So let's come into a child's pose on our mats. And take your most comfortable child's pose. And if child's pose doesn't work for you, of course, you could lay on your belly or stay seated, whatever works for you. And just start to tap into your breath and kind of let the ideas or the lessons of this Three of Coins, this waxing moon, settle into your body. Things are shifting, they're going to change, but maybe not in a way that we're expecting or used to. And maybe that's actually beautiful and joyful. Okay, so starting to tap into your breath, and I'm going to invite you to take Ujjayi here. So that's in and out through the nose. And it's a nice, long, smooth breath that expands the ribs on the inhale and gently connects into the core on the exhale. And you're welcome to stay here or start to move with it. So I'm coming up into cat and cow, for example. And I'm going to keep my eyes closed and just inhale into a little bit of a back bend and exhale to curl under. And just really allowing yourself to feel into your body as it is. And so who are our teachers, right? Struggle can certainly be a really important teacher. Pain is a fantastic teacher because it forces us to change. Our bodies in general, amazing teachers that we don't always listen to, right? So if we let ourselves have that beginner's mind, what does it feel like to be in our bodies? Letting ourselves know only the information we're being given at this particular moment. So maybe we're adding circles or side to side motion. Some of us might be up in downward dog already. We're kind of aiming there. If you're in downward dog, you can keep moving with that kind of exploratory energy. And then we can walk to the hands, coming into a standing forward bend. Hang down over the legs. You're welcome to bend your knees and rest your elbows on your knees or hang down. You could shake your head out. Again, just kind of setting the intention to let go of what we think we know so that we can learn. And when you're ready, you can roll up or sweep up if that's more comfortable for your back. Wherever you are, nice generous bend to the knees. And let's take our Hridaya Namaskar, heart salutation. So place your hands over top of your heart and just take a nice deep breath into that place of wisdom. And then bend your knees, hook your thumbs, reach your arms forward and up as you straighten your legs. And then release the hands around behind your back, interlace the fingers. Hug the elbows, lift the heart. You could hook your thumbs here or just let the hands be free, okay? Bend your knees and fold forward. Halfway lift, so the fists go back, heart forward, and then release your hands down onto the floor, or they could go on blocks. As you inhale, the right leg is going to rise to the sky, any amount, and then step the foot back and let the knee come down. Hook your thumbs again, reach up, opening the heart gently. And then straighten that front leg, bring the hands down, flex the foot, and we take 3 breaths here. So inhaling to lengthen the heart forward, and exhaling to melt. And 2 more times, you're more than welcome to have your eyes closed. And then look forward. As you exhale, let your front foot come back so that you're on your knees. I've got them just a bit wider than my hips. Thumb sticks up. We're taking Anahatasana, melting heart pose. Forehead or chin could come down. Nice deep breath into the belly. Okay, inhaling, and then as you exhale, come all the way to your belly, and you're welcome to be on hands and knees. If you're not on your belly today, you could do cat and cow here. Otherwise, fingertips off the mat, to the right and to the left, point the toes, lift the heart up as you inhale. And as you exhale, gently melt down. Lift the heart up, inhaling, and then look left and dip your right shoulder down. Come up through center, look to the right, and dip your left shoulder. Up through center. Exhale, release down. Place the hands by your chest and make your way back into downward dog. You could absolutely be on hands and knees if downward dog isn't working for you right now. Catch an inhale. The right leg is going to go up to the sky, any amount. And then step it through between your hands. You might need to grab it, pull it forward. You could always bring the back knee down and step forward, and coming into that low lunge, hooking the thumbs and rising up. Really nice. And then on your exhale, straightening that front leg, bringing the hands down, and we take our 3 breaths here. Allowing your heart to rise a little bit on the inhale and just gently melt on the exhale. Don't worry about how far. Okay, and then look forward, inhale, bend into your front leg, and lean forward, lift up the back leg on your inhale. And as you exhale, just gently put it down. Bend your knees, hook your thumbs, come all the way up. And cycle your hands around behind your back. Interlace the fingers, press the fist down, lift the heart up, inhaling. And dive as you exhale. Halfway lift, heart forward, fist back. And then fingertips come down to the earth. Left leg floats up to the sky, inhaling. Step the foot back, land the knee. Hook the thumbs, rising all the way up. And then straighten that front leg, bring the hands down. Lengthen as you inhale. And gently fold. So 3 of these. And then draw your heart forward, inhale, step your foot back, tuck the toes under, and walk the hands down into Anahatasana, melting heart pose, and take a couple of deep breaths here. Okay, eventually inhale, and on your exhale, come all the way to your belly. Again, you can absolutely do hands and knees if you're not on your belly today. Point the toes, fingertips wide, lift your heart, and as you exhale, come down. Lift your heart as you inhale, Then look to the right and you can dip your left shoulder if that feels safe. Up through center, and then dip the right. Up through center. Gently release down onto your belly, place the hands, and make your way back to downward dog, or again, hands and knees is just fine. Catch an inhale with your left leg up to the sky, and then step it through. So it helps to lean a little bit to the right to step that foot forward. Back knee comes down, hook the thumbs, rise up. And then straighten that front leg, bring the hands down. You can untuck your back toes if you want. And we're taking our 3 breaths here. Lengthen and melt. Eyes could be closed. Just allowing your heart to fill and then empty. Okay, and then look forward. Walk the hands forward. On the inhale, your back leg lifts to the sky. And then allow the foot to come down to the earth. Hook the thumbs, rising all the way up. And then bring your hands over top of your heart. And just take a moment to breathe here, feel here. Okay, so let's keep moving, but we'll add on a little bit to this little sequence. So bend the knees, hook your thumbs just as before, rising up. Release your hands around behind your back, interlace the fingers, press the fist down, lift your heart up, and then dive towards the earth. Halfway lift, lengthen the heart forward, fist back. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, right leg will rise to the sky, and then step it back into a high or low lunge. Hook your thumbs, rise all the way up. Okay, this time stay here. As you exhale, interlace your fingers around behind your back, hook your thumbs, or you could grab your strap here. We're just going to be here for a few breaths. Hug those elbows together, lift the heart, keep your back leg nice and strong, and maybe sink your hips a little lower down. Okay, inhale, and then gently release your hands to either side of your front foot and put your back knee down if it's not already. We're going to transition into gate pose. So you can place your right palm down just ahead of your shoulder. Walk your left foot along the long edge of the mat until it can come all the way to the back, and angle your right foot back behind you. So we're going to get that leg eventually straight. And then the left arm comes over the ear. Okay, tailbone draws down. Lengthen and breathe into this lovely side stretch. Okay, from here, you can stay or lift the left leg up, left arm rises as well. And then you might try bending the back leg, hold on to the foot, tuck the tailbone under a little bit, and maybe let the chest open slightly. So we're coming into a little bit of a back bend here. Good, inhale, and then gently release back to hands and knees. Okay, your toes can be tucked or not, just place your hands underneath your shoulders. Gather your belly in just with a neutral spine. So you've got an inward curve in your lower back, but you've also got a curve in your upper back as well. So the shoulders are nice and steady and the core is gently engaged. And then extend your right leg back behind you, and you might extend the left arm forward as well. Okay, inhale, and as you exhale, draw the knee and the elbow in towards each other. Inhale, extend the leg back and lift the heel slightly so you feel your butt activate. And then bring the knee and the elbow in together. Inhale, extend, a little bit of a lift in the bum. One more time. Okay, you can stay here. Or you can bend your back leg, reach behind you with your left hand, see if you can grab your foot, and again, kick the foot into the hand, shoulder back. Okay, and then gently release that, knees down, and we return to Anahatasana. So the hands come forward, melting the heart. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. And then on an exhale, we'll come to our bellies. Point the toes, fingertips off the mat. Lift your heart as you inhale. And as you exhale, fold down. Lift your heart as you inhale. Look left, you can dip your right shoulder, just if that feels safe. Up through center. And you can twist the other way. Try to keep your pelvis really steady, so it's just your upper body that's moving. Up through center. And then gently release down. Place your hands by your chest and choose downward dog or child's pose. And if you'd like to add a little bit more, you can take a full vinyasa here. So if some of you are feeling that kind of big moon energy and you want to add on, you can come forward to plank, take a little push up, pull through into upward dog or cobra, and return to downward dog. Okay, and then when you're in downward dog, walk your hands to your feet. So you're at the back of your mat. Yeah. Notice if you have an expectation, right? Lengthen up halfway, exhale, fold. And then rise up in your favorite way, so you can roll up or sweep up. So you're standing at the back of your mat. Collecting shoulders onto your back, taking a nice deep breath. Lean into your left foot. Pick up your right foot and hold on to it with your right hand. Feel free to use a wall, okay, if you're working on your balance today. Bring your left hand to your heart. Soften your left knee a little bit. Tuck your tailbone, and again, we're opening this quadricep. So pressing the knee down, lengthening the tailbone, and just foot and the hand resisting each other a bit. And then you can stay here, or you can sneak your right hand around to the inner arch of the left foot. And then start to kick back, coming into dancer's pose. So you're reaching that left arm forward, heart forward, trying to keep the hips roughly square. And the shoulder really rolling back. Okay, inhale. Then as you next exhale, gather everything back in. Release your right foot and bring the knee into your chest. Extend that leg forward, take a nice big step. And we're in warrior one. So you can turn those back toes out a little bit, adjust your stance, draw the tailbone down, interlace your fingers except for your first one, and send that up to the sky like a thunderbolt. You can keep your hands forward or bring them to your heart, which will be a little bit easier. Tip your chest forward, really square those hips. Pick up your back heel and see if you can play with a little bit of a balance here, lifting that back leg up. And again, the hands could be forward. That's going to be a little bit harder. So good. And then gently let the hands come down, and then the foot comes down. Yeah. Bend your knees, hook your thumbs, come all the way up. Nice work, you guys. Interlace your fingers around behind your back. Hug the elbows, lift the heart. Fold forward. Halfway lift, heart forward, fist back. And then bring the fingertips to the earth. Or blocks, left leg is going to float to the sky. And then step back into your high or low lunge. Okay, so hook the thumbs, rise up. But then we're going to stay here, release the hands, interlace the fingers. and press the fist down. You're welcome to use your strap here, okay, if you need, or hook thumbs if that's more comfortable for your shoulders. Keep squaring the hips, drawing the tailbone down, maybe sinking into it a little bit more if you can, but enjoying that heart opening. So good, you guys. Inhale, and then gently release the hands, release the back knee down if it's not already. And we're transitioning into gate pose. So I'm actually going to give you a little bit of an easier way to come into it. It might be a little bit clearer. So with both hands on the ground, just extend your right leg back, land the toes. Then plant the left hand and turn the left foot open. Toes can be tucked or not. Plant that back heel to the mat. That may or may not have been an easier transition. See how it goes for you. And then turn to the side, take your right bicep alongside your ear, and really enjoy the side bend. So I'm tucking my tailbone a little bit, puffing up along the side waist, and there's a little bit of a turn of the chest up towards the sky. Make sure you're not collapsing into your bottom hand. So think about pushing the floor away. Okay, and then extend that arm up, lift up the right leg. This is optional, of course. And you might try bending the leg, holding onto the foot, and adding this little bit of a back bend loop kind of shape, waxing moon shape. And then gently release and come to your hands and your knees. Just be gentle with that knee that you're kind of turning back onto the ground. Feel free to be on your fists here or up on blocks. You don't have to be down on your palms if that's not working for you. And another little trick for wrists is you can fold your mat up a little bit and create a little wedge for yourself. For some people, that's really, really helpful for the wrists if you do have sensitive wrists, okay? The left leg is going to extend back. Engaging the core gently, the right arm might come forward as well. So working with a little bit of core and balance here. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw the knee and the elbow in towards each other. Inhale and extend, a little bit of a lift for the glute there. We're just doing 3 of these, which may or may not feel like a lot. One more. Okay, and then extend, stay here. Maybe try bending that back leg, turn the right thumb down, reach behind you and see if you can grab your foot, coming into another one of these little loops. So kind of like dancer's pose, hips are square to the earth, heart forward. As you're ready, gently release. Nice, you guys. Melting heart pose, fingertips coming forward, heart melting. This could be done on the elbows too. Just taking a breath here, maybe rocking your chest a little bit from side to side. On an exhale, come to your belly. Point the toes, take the fingertips off the mat. Lift your heart as you inhale. And gently fold. Lift your heart. Look right, you can dip your left shoulder. Up through center. And then you can twist the other way if that feels good. Up through center. Release to your belly. And come again to child's pose or downward dog. And if you'd like to add a vinyasa here, you're welcome to do that. Totally optional, of course. Beautiful. And then we're going to meet in downward dog so that we can walk the hands to the feet. Okay, if it's safe for you to roll up, I'm going to invite you to roll up. And as you do, make soft fists and circle them, just giving your wrists a little bit of love. And then you can reverse the direction of the circle. And then lift up your toes, releasing your hands. You can give them a little shake. Spread the toes, put them down, lean into your right foot. Pick up your left foot and hold on to it with your left hand behind you. Your right hand can come to your heart, and just start here with the quadricep stretch, okay? Totally welcome to use a wall or a chair for balance if you need. Drawing the tail down, knee points down, foot and hand are resisting each other a bit, shoulders rolling slightly back. And if you'd like to take this into dancer's pose, you can sneak the left hand across the toes to the inner arch of the foot, so the palm faces out, bending the right knee a little bit and start to kick the foot into the hand, reaching forward. Heart opening, aiming towards that maybe uncertain future, that change of energy, that shift. Okay, and then come back in, draw your knee into your chest, if you can. Extend the leg and step. And we're taking warrior one, so you might want to turn the toes a little bit out of that back foot. Hips are square, tailbone drawing down. Interlace your fingers except for the first one and shoot your arrow to the sky. Okay, you can keep your arms extended or bring them to your heart. You can always change your mind later. Leaning forward and experimenting with a little bit of a balance. So you might have your toes just still on the ground, just kind of working to lift them. You might make your way closer to like a capital T shape, but I'd love for you to have a neutral spine here. So you're not rounded in your lower back. Okay, the chest is lifted. And if you brought your hands to your heart, you could always experiment with extending them and just see how that feels for your back, if today's a day for that or not. And then release your hands down, and then your foot down. Halfway lift and fold. Bend your knees, hook your thumbs, rise all the way up. And then bring your hands to your heart. And just take a moment to feel into your heart, feel into your energy, into your body. Beautiful. And then release your hands. And we're going to roll down, so reverse ragdoll. And if that doesn't feel safe, totally fine to keep your back neutral as you come down. Otherwise, bend your knees, let your head fall forward, let your shoulders be heavy, and just slowly curl down. Okay, lengthen up halfway, and then you can choose to either sit down or step back into downward dog and take one last vinyasa if you would like one. Otherwise, we're just having a nice seat. Okay, and once you've completed that vinyasa, if you're taking one, just walk forward and sit down. Meet us here. Okay, so let's take a prop, like a low cushion that you can sit on. And I'm actually just going to turn forward here and angle down a bit. Okay, extend your legs out in front of you. So I'm going to do my best to mirror you. Okay, let's go ahead and bend your right knee and open it up so that you're in kind of a tree shape. You might need a little prop underneath your knee, depending on what's going on here. I don't want you to feel a lot of tension in the hip flexor. It should feel relatively relaxed. Okay. And you can play with being straightforward here, or you can open up a little bit. Either is okay with me. If you're a little bit more open, you're going to get a little more stretch into your lower back, so just be aware of that. Okay, so we're going to turn towards that straight front leg, foot flexed. Lift the heart, shoulders onto the back, and then we're just gently going to fold forward, which might look like the chin coming forward. It might look like a slight tilt of the pelvis. You might be actually walking your hands forward. So see how that goes for you. Think heart to toes rather than head to knee. But as you do relax your head down, if you're going to feel the stretch in your back a little bit more. So we just want to be really gentle with that. If it feels good, that's great, but we're not pulling or forcing anything here, okay? Maybe there's a little bit of that buoyancy here in the heart, lifting a bit on the inhale and softening a bit on the exhale. If you're getting discomfort in your knee, go ahead and bend it a bit. Okay, and then gently rise up. Place your right hand behind you, and you can either reach your left arm up and just take a little bit of a side stretch, or you can take a ballet pose. So you point your left toes, lean forward, and you're just lifting your bum up. So you're using your shin to support you. You're essentially in gate pose, really. It's very similar to gate pose here. And then you're just going to put your bum back down and switch sides, extending the right leg, bending the left, and opening into a tree shape, which could be a little more open or a little more closed. It's a little bit of a different vibe, just whatever you did on the first side. Okay, sitting up nice and tall, totally fine to have a bend in your right leg. And gently coming forward, again, might be just the head, might be tilting from your hips. Maybe you can feel your heart lifting a little bit on your inhale and softening a bit on your exhale. Beautiful, and then gently rise up when you're ready. Take your left hand behind you. You can take just a mild little bit of a side stretch here, which is nice, or you can lean forward, lift up onto that chin, and take a gate pose or ballet pose. And then come on back down. Okay, we'll release the legs, give them a little shake. So from here, we're going to come into a little bit of reflection, kind of aiming towards our Shavasana. So if you want to do that seated, or if there's a last pose that you want to do, that's fine. If you're coming down onto your back, you might want to take a happy baby for a couple of breaths before you rest. If you want to take this moment to do some journaling, that's also welcome. So journaling maybe on these themes of just the energy shifting, being in a state of learning, that kind of beginner's mind, where we're allowing our struggles to teach us something so that we can really build a new legacy. So we'll just take a few minutes of quiet here, however is best for you to receive that quiet today. Take a moment to notice how you're feeling right now. Just come back maybe for a moment to this question of, who are your teachers right now? And are you receiving those lessons with the beginner's mind and with the possibility of joy and change? And when you're ready, you can begin to deepen your breath. Bring some small movements into your body. You can rock your head side to side. Maybe there's a stretch you'd like to take. And then draw your knees in. And roll to one side if you're laying on your back. You meet in a seat, and if it feels right for you, again, maybe we can place the hands over top of the heart. Any shape for your hands that feels right is perfect. And then gently bow your mind to your hands, your heart, your breath, your body, your inner wisdom, whatever it took to get you to your practice. Honoring and acknowledging the long and complex lineage of teachers that is with us in our yoga and our tarot. Honoring and acknowledging the sacredness of the land and our relationship with it. And honoring each other. Thank you for sharing this moon ritual and yoga practice with me.